you are chopping the land. So when you do that about for a month. Go ahead and put your little lines in there. Then it's what you do. You get your little fertilizer and your little seed or whatever you want to grow. Drop it in there. You cover it. Those are the three main things now. You want to do it in a pot. It's the same thing except you don't turn it. You can, but you use your hand or something else. So it's basically doing it with pots and everything, but pretty much is taking that soil, breaking it up, and flipping it. Your flower is gonna grow. And this right here, use God tears, rain. Rainwater is pure. Now, if you got a well water, it's still the same thing as rain, pure water. But the faucet water, this and that, you will see as long as it takes to grow from this dirty water into this pure water. So what I'm saying is, look at yourself as a seed and a flower. Look at your circumstances as soil. Look at God as the sunlight and the rain. You need rainwater. You need rain or water for the grass to grow. And you need grass to grow for the animals to eat. And we need animals to eat so we can eat.
Right.
So basically, it's a chain reaction.
Yeah, it's the ecosystem.
But it also starts with that one seed and that one turn of the yard and everything. That one rain for it to grow and turn into that, a chain reaction. So that's all I'm saying. Look at yourself. Look at your past from your mother, your grandma, all of that. If you have to do psychics or go to some research, find out your history. Cause once you do it, then you can go from it. But
pretty much,
I'm done. I'm done with it.
And for me, what I kept hearing God say while He was speaking, very clearly and loudly, was ashes to ashes and dust to dust. And what He meant when He said ashes to ashes and dust to dust is, you are like a phoenix. I can speak as myself, and hopefully when you look in the mirror, you can speak to yourself too, especially if you're going through some things right now. Especially if you don't look like what you've been through, but you also don't look the way that you know yourself to be, the person that you know yourself to be, making choices and decisions and having a life that is a vision of what you see for yourself. Allow the ashes to blow away and just be ashes. And allow yourself to rise up like the phoenix from the dust. The dust is how you came into this world. And the dust is what you've become if you don't like what you see in the mirror. But just like He said, as far as the gardening tips was concerned, even soil, and I don't know a lot about it, so therefore I know this has got to be God speaking through me. Yeah. But you can have flowers that died in soil. Something could have been wrong with the soil. Whatever it is, pH or whatever it was. It could have been in the water. It could have been the seed. It don't even matter. But the flower died. You can actually reuse that soil. You don't have to throw that soil in the trash. You can plant.
Go ahead.
You can plant more seeds into that soil. And every time you pull up a crop, it's just like what most farmers do. You know, they do the tilling and all that and use their machines and stuff that they get. But most farmers, they take out whatever it was that was planted. And whether they use the same type of plant again or they use a different one. They might plant one thing in the spring. And before the winter comes,
they plant another.
They plant another one. And then they do it again and again. And some, they take off a couple years of using, or at least a year of using. Or like I grew up where they would actually set a fire inside of the same place where they just put the plants from. And then after they burn it, it's rejuvenating and adding nutrients to the soil.
Yeah.
You are the soil. You are the seed.
True.
You are the plant. And it is your job to co-create with God to restore yourself. God is not just going to restore you. You got to restore yourself. You are not damaged goods. It's not possible for you to be damaged goods. I know you heard that saying, another man's trash is another man's treasure.
That's true.
You may have had several men and baby dads. And if you are a man, same thing with you. You may have several baby mamas. But it's not over for you. It's not done for you. You can, if you are a single dad or a single mom, be open to the fact that there is a woman out here that's ready for this ready-made family. There is a man out here that's ready for this ready-made family. And this is the real father of your children. This is the real husband or wife for you.
You gotta believe.
But you gotta work on you.
Yep.
And you gotta know, like we said earlier with the example about going out to buy a car, you gotta know, number one, what it takes to maintain a car.
Yep.
And keep a car in proper working order and good maintenance.
Yep.
Then you gotta decide what kind of vehicle actually goes with you. Like, what do you need? Do you need a work truck because you do work and you need to be able to haul stuff or whatever? Do you need a van because you got a family? Or you got people to transport back and forth, lots of them, and you need lots of space, whether you're going to the grocery store or whatever. Do you need a car? Something that is good on fuel, something that doesn't have high mileage on it, something you can afford the maintenance on it. What do you want as well as what do you need? That's the same thing when it comes to a partner. What type of woman do you want? Are you a more submissive man? Are you a more subservient man? Are you a man that needs and desires a woman in your life as a leader? You need that woman to step up and step in and make you look good. And it's okay if you do. There's nothing wrong with it. Are you a submissive woman and you need them type of benefits from a man? Are you a woman of substance and you need a man that can afford you? And when I say afford you, I don't just mean money. I mean money too, but I don't just mean money. I mean, if you've been attracting people to you to say, no, your emotions is too expensive. Like, you want to share emotions and you want to give emotions and receive emotions way more than me, because I don't want to talk about my feelings and I don't want to hear you talking about your feelings. You talk too much. You need too much communication. You want too much. You want too much sex. Like you a nympho or a freak. I can't keep up with that because you want and expect too much sex from me. You demand protection? No, If gunshots bust out, I ain't gonna grab you up or shield you with my body. Whoever get hit first, that's the one that's gonna look out for the other. So if I got to take out that door, before you can get to it, you gonna just have to take one for the team. Like what?
That's some cold stuff.
I mean, I'm just like, what do you need from a man or a woman? Do you need a woman that cooks, cleans, and nurtures and heals? Yep. Or do you need a woman that is going to be there on your six and she got the heat right along with you, got the money in the purse, and she ready to go out there and race zoom down the street, because y'all about that life? Like, what do you need? Because that's going to determine what you got on your list. And that's going to determine what you begin attracting to yourself. And when you start attracting everything that's not on that list,
then you got a problem.
Then no, you ain't got no problem. The answer is to walk away. Then you say earlier when, it's problems and it's issues, just up and walk away. I say see for yourself from day one, whether your feet is in the water or whether your whole body is in the water. The moment that you see that it's not right, you have what you need. You don't have to go to God and pray and say, God, give me a sign. Okay, God, I ain't sure that was you. Give me another sign. Okay, God, I ain't sure this. But God, you ain't saying that. You was silent. You just let me go through all that. No.
Man, I just showed
Because
you the sign.
sometimes God will not speak to you. It's possible. God will not speak to you if he's demanding that his answer is going to come to you from within. You got to get in meditation. You got to turn your TV and your cell phone off. You got to get into the word. You got to pray, but you also got to meditate. And most people don't understand the difference between that. Prayer is when you are giving your petitions to God and telling him what you want, need, and desire. Meditating is standing there and listening to what God has to say to you and not getting up, moving, or nothing until you hear from him about whatever the answer is. Even if that answer is nothing and you get a feeling. Hold up, wait a minute. All of a sudden, circumstances, situations done started happening between me and you. When you done showed me, I done end up in the hospital, you ain't there for me. When circumstances, situations done showed up, and I needed you to answer. Just like, matter of fact, this woman, she did it on YouTube the other day. She was like, she stayed in a relationship way longer than she should have. And the reason why she said it is because her aunt that was real close to her, that lived not too far from her, had died. And this woman was pretty much her everything. I guess she raised her, was there for her and all that. She was dating a guy. And she was like, everybody and their mama literally was at her house. And her house was pretty much the place everybody was coming to because it was the closest to where everything had happened. And she was just overstimulated. She wasn't even in a space of her mind or her head or her heart to even be able to grieve and begin the grieving process correctly because everybody was all up in her house or her home and she wasn't about to kick them out because this is where they needed to be to handle the business at hand. She called him hoping he was going to come through and pick her up and take her somewhere so she could just clear her mind. Maybe she had some things that she needed to get off her chest and she needed for him to just have a listening ear and, you know, put an arm around her and support her. Babe, I love you. Like, I got you. You gonna get through this and all this. And he called her and lied to her and told her, oh, well, I ain't got my car. You know, my brother took my car. When in reality, she knew, number one, his brother had a car. Number two, she also knew his brother didn't have his car. But she continued the relationship and all of that. And then finally he told her the truth. And he was like, you know what? Like, I didn't know what I could do for you. Like, I didn't know how to listen to you. I didn't know how to comfort you. I didn't know how to love on you. I didn't know how to support you. That's why I just told you I didn't have access on my car. And we just ended the convo until you got yourself together or whatever. Let me tell you something.
That's punk.
I've been in that situation. I have literally had plans of, I'm going to just tell y'all what it is. I was dealing with an ex. This was maybe like the second or third time. It wasn't nothing serious. This person was just stroking my ego. That's what I needed. Sometimes when you in your whole season, you just need your ego to be stroked. And that's okay. And let's just say we was trying to do something. Use your imagination. This person was in Florida. I was in Newport News, Virginia. We had plans to do something. Well, that same night / morning we were supposed to do something over the phone, use your imagination. 2 hours before we was to do it is when I got the phone call that my mama was dead. That she had died 2 hours before that. That she had a stroke on her left and right side and had a seizure. And she never woke up. And she had left a note behind to say that when and if she passed, I was to be called to told. And that's a whole other story for another day. But I was to be called and told of her passing. So not only did I send a text message to somebody else that I knew would care, but I immediately called him and told him as well. He was at work when I sent him this text message. So he ended up calling me. He's like, are you serious? You know, my mom's name was Veronica. He was like, Veronica died? I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'm going to take a shower. And then, you know, I'm going to call you back. Let's just say I never got the phone call. I never got the phone call that night. That person completely went without reaching out to me for a whole freaking year before I heard from this person again. At that most vulnerable time where I can literally promise you I had nobody at that time.
I've been like that.
I was estranged from her side of the family, and that was agreement between me and her.
Hold on, man.
And I didn't have no contact with my dad's side of the family since 6, 7 years old. And I had friends, but they were new friends that I had just started making within the last 9 months of me moving to the area. And the one other person I sent the text message to, they had already moved on with their life. So they was doing whatever it is that they was doing at the time. So during this moment in time, this person I'm describing to you, they had been a part of my life off and on since 2016. The year that this happened was 2020. So do the math. So the fact that you could have an intimate partner, I told y'all what the plan was for us to be doing. Only to get this information, give this information, and have this reaction. I fully understood and got like this with the lady in her video, because I'm like, I fully get what you're saying. And her advice was the same advice I'm telling you now. When that situation happened, when you go to God and say, this is the right person, give me a sign, give me a synchronicity, God may use an event that you weren't even aware was about to happen. It could be a person that's about to die. It could be a person that robbed you or tried to shoot you at gunpoint. It could be you about to get put out your house and you ain't got the rent and you don't know what you about to do. It could be you just lost your car. It could be your baby is sick. I don't care what it is, but God will use the event to give you that answer. And if you are not wide open to listen, you gonna be the one saying, God, why you ain't tell me? Why you ain't show me? Why you ain't save me? Why you ain't? And I can tell you,
why you ain't shut up and listen?
Pretty much. I ain't gonna say the shut up part. But why you ain't listening?
Why you hush your mouth and listen?
Why didn't you listen?
He was showing you all this and that and all this and that, but you just... Well, y'all...
That's the tea, but that's the gender war that needs to come to an end. All gender wars need to come to an end, but just to close this out for those that's been following, going through all these clips, just to reiterate what it's about so you'll know that this won't just random or whatever. My phone about to die. But it was about, if you a man, it's your job to pursue. I ain't saying chase, because the runner chaser stage need to come to an end too. But chasing and pursuing is two different things. I know the cops is pursuing and having a highway chase with you when they trying to lock you up. But listen to the example I just gave you.
Right.
When the police is the ones that's chasing and pursuing you, that's different.
Hey, officer. I saw you coming. Why you gonna do this?
I'm not saying that in a situation like that, but no dating situation should be like that either. But it should be pursuing. Pursuing is you are showing interest. You are showing your character and the type of person that you are as a man. And when he's pursuing, you're showing with the type of character and the person you are as a woman, what you have to offer. Y'all both are sharing what y'all have to offer. Not sharing, but showing what y'all have to offer.
That too.
But showing what you have to offer, but it's your job as the leader in the connection. If you don't want that job, then you don't want to be in a relationship. Like the conversation is over.
Like, yo, mom, what's good with it? Listen, I want to be that man. The other dude, he yapping. That, hey, I'm going to cap. I'm going to break it up what you need in your life. So, the job that zero and get with this hero. Dudes, if you say that and stand on it and prove it, I guarantee you she would.
She going to melt in your hand every time. I don't care if she a hood chick. I don't care if she a broken chick. Because if she a broken chick, let me tell you something. The only reason why God will bring you into her life is to heal her. And the same thing in reverse if he a broke dude.
And for real,
I ain't talking money. I'm saying broken on the inside.
My old lady broke. That turns me on.
And I'm healing every day because he's healing me.
And so yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do for them. You feel me? So yeah. If you want to chase somebody, don't chase people. Chase God.
Chase God. Pursue God. And God will bring you the right people.
And for real, that is my answer for y'all. For everything I said, chase God.
Pretty much.
Chase him. If you like chasing, chase him.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
And we love y'all. God bless you. We hope y'all have an amazing day.
Deuces.
Peace.